After Hamas militants on Saturday launched the biggest assault on Israel in decades, the country's defense minister Yoav Gallant ordered a complete siege of the Gaza Strip. He said, quote unquote, "There will be no electricity, no food, no water, no fuel. Everything is closed." Israel is able to impose such conditions on Gaza because the Palestinian enclave has been under an air, land and sea blockade since 2007. And here's why Gaza is known as the world's biggest open-air prison. A strip of land wedged between the Mediterranean Sea to the west, Israel to the north and east, and Egypt to the south, Gaza is home to more than 20 lakh Palestinians. It has been under military occupation since 1967. Even though Israel maintains that it pulled out in 2005, the United Nations, the European Union, and other international organizations still consider Gaza as occupied territory. The conditions created by the occupation and the blockade have led many to refer to Gaza as an open-air prison. So how did the Gaza blockade start? In the Six-Day War of 1967, Israel captured Gaza from Egypt and began its military occupation of the territory. Israel established 21 Gaza settlements and encouraged Palestinian relocation between 1967 to 2005, either through coercive measures or giving financial and other incentives. However, that period saw rising Palestinian resistance, both violent and non-violent, against the Israeli occupation. Subsequently, in 2005, Israel withdrew its settlements from Gaza. Between then and 2007, it imposed temporary blockades on the movement of people and goods into and out of Gaza on multiple occasions. Under the 1993 Oslo Agreement, the Palestinian Authority got administrative control over Gaza after Israel pulled out. The election was held in 2006 and the militant group Hamas won a majority of the seats. In 2007, after Hamas assumed power in Gaza, Israel made the blockade permanent. Egypt, which also has a border crossing with Gaza, participated in the blockade. Now, this blockade meant that most people could not go into or out of Gaza. Furthermore, goods and aid were highly restricted. Israel justified it as being necessary for its security. Currently, there are 3 functional border crossings between Gaza and the outside world: Karim Abu Salem crossing, Erez crossing controlled by Israel, and Rafah crossing controlled by Egypt. Since Saturday's attack on Israel, all 3 crossings have been effectively sealed. So how has the blockade affected Gaza? The Gaza Strip is 41 kilometers long and 12 kilometers wide at its widest point. More than 20 lakh residents live in a total area of just around 365 square kilometers. This makes it one of the most densely populated areas in the world. Reports by the United Nations suggest that the blockade has undermined Gaza's economy, resulting in high unemployment, food insecurity, and aid dependency. It also highlighted the shortage of electricity, leading to power cuts at an average of around 11 hours per day. The blockade also makes it very difficult for people from Gaza to go to the bigger Palestinian territory of West Bank. Many in Gaza also rely on going to the West Bank for medical treatment. But under the blockade, this is only possible after a long verification process conducted by Israel, which has a high rate of rejection. Now, open-air prison has been widely used over the years by academics, activists, and journalists to describe the conditions in Gaza. Linguistic and public intellectual Noam Chomsky wrote in 2012, and I quote, "It hardly takes more than a day in Gaza to appreciate what it must be like to try to survive in the world's largest open-air prison."